Well, hi everybody, it's Doug. Have a little different content for you today. First of all, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah for everybody out there, whatever you celebrate. I live in Buffalo, and as you know, there's that whole northeast storm, but when we get snow, we really get snow. Now, in any other occasion, the snow would come, it would land on the driveway and streets, and they would just push it aside and we'd go on. But this is accompanied by some pretty high winds, and that forms what they call blizzard conditions. The snow gets into the air and starts flying around. In this case, the snow started on Friday at noon and will not stop until Sunday morning. We're expecting another 2 to 3 feet altogether. But what you're going to see, let's take a quick look out the window and you'll get an understanding of what we're dealing with. This snow that's constantly in the air will actually cause drifts. And if you look against the garage doors, you'll start to see the snow drifted right up to about the middle of the garage door. And that's going to get higher, the one straight across the street now. If you take a look to the right of the lamppost, there's a little yellow thing sticking up. That's our fire hydrant. And if you look down that way, you'll get a note that there are a couple of houses hard to see, and they're going to get harder to see in a couple of minutes. Winds are going to reach gusts of 50 miles an hour at some point. Now, you're looking at our street, and somewhere in there is actually where we're supposed to drive, but none of it's been plowed. They can't even get plows out here. So it is just one large landscape, no pavement at all. This is a quick look at the drift in front of my front door, which is about 4 feet high. It's hard to get a perspective on that from here, so let's go in the garage and we'll open up the garage door. And now you're going to see all the snow that's drifted against the garage door and then continued to form a peak in front of it. That is a good serious drift. And if you wait for a moment, you're going to start to see the way the wind picks up the snow. And this is why we can't drive right now. Not that we can't get out of the driveways, but if we do, you can't see for very long because notice the neighbor's house just vanished as we're sitting here looking at it. Let's go around to the backyard. That back there is an 8-foot fence, and you can see how the snow is drifted pretty close to the top, so about 6 feet. That is our neighbor's tool shed, and you'll see all of the snow drifted a little more than halfway up the front door of the tool shed, and it's collected in the corner. So he's got a good 5 foot of snow in that corner of his yard. In a moment, we're going to go take a look at the other side, the other neighbor. And again, this goes right along the back here like that. But let's take a look at the other neighbor on the right. That's the edge of our yard still built up. But they have another 8-foot fence, a chain link, and you can sort of see that the snow at the far end of that is full up. Now, this is where the problems start. The snow drifts on the side of the house. That's our neighbor's house. And somewhere in there is a vent for the heater. Our heater also had a vent that got blocked up. When that happens, the heat stops. And we woke up to a 62-degree house this morning. I had to go out, dig out the vent so that we could see. Now, speaking of being able to see, taking a look along here, you take a look down the street. Do you see those houses? Not anymore. That snow really picks up and continues to push those houses right out of view. Here's another one where it really gets going. This is not something you'd want to be outside in for any reason at all. And again, this is not normal. Last time I saw these conditions was back in 1977. Blizzard of 77. Here's what it looks like at night. This was last night, and it's pretty impressive to look at the snow shooting through the lights of the surrounding area. And again, those high gusts taking those flying. So there we are. We are thankfully warm and safe. I'm looking out my window now, and again, those high gusts. Can't see the neighbor's house across the street right now. But that is what we are facing right now here in Buffalo, and we're very thankful that we've got all the people and the crews ready to clean this up, and hopefully that as things recede on Sunday morning, we'll start to dig out and get back to our normal day. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, happy any holiday you have, and a special Happy New Year, because you're going to probably reach that before we talk to you again. Take care. We'll see you in 2023.